Fulham, a team that is currently struggling in the Premier League, sitting in the bottom three, fighting for their lives to remain in the Premier League and are in desperate need of saving. After firing their manager midway through the season after he got them promoted from the Championship last season, they have assigned former Leicester City boss Claudio Ranieri to take the wheel. In this new FIFA 19 career mode series, we're going to be taking on Fulham as Claudio Ranieri in an attempt to save them from relegation back to the Championship. Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here, and welcome back to yet another new career mode series on the channel. This time, it's with English Premier League side Fulham, and we're going to try and do a rescue mission and save them from eventually getting relegated in the Premier League. Guys, if you do go on to enjoy this new series, this new concept with Fulham in FIFA 19 career mode, please make sure to go on and smack the like button, subscribe for more FIFA 19 career mode content coming at you on the regular. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description. We're going to get straight into this, creating Claudio Ranieri in FIFA 19 career mode. We named our manager after him. The nationality is Italian, of course, and we're going to be taking on the role of Claudio Ranieri at Fulham, being the manager, and we're going to pick our pre-season tournament friendlies. But I need you guys to know, should we make all our signings in the summer transfer window, then simulate to January so that it's kind of realistic with the real world, kind of where we are at the moment now, halfway during the season? Or should we just start from the beginning of the season and, you know, play it as you would normally? Or should we simulate to January after we've made all our signings and see how it's impacted the team, and then continue on from there in the career mode? I'll leave a little poll, a little annotation, letting you guys vote on what I should do. Should we simulate all the way to January after we've made the signings to make it, you know, match up with real life a bit more and see how our signings have impacted the team and the standings in the Premier League? Or should we just play it like, you know, you'd normally would and start off from game one? So yeah, that is something for you guys to vote on in the poll up top. Let me know what we should do. But we're going to go into this one. Looking at the squad hub, we do have a lot of decent players on this Fulham side. I mean, I was really impressed with the players, but there was one key player that isn't in the team, is Ryan Babel, who recently signed for Fulham. But, yeah, that's the only player that isn't in the team. But, of course, we have the Sessegnons, we have the Schürrle, we have the Mitrovic, we have the Tom Kearney. A lot of decent players in this Fulham side. And it kind of makes you wonder why they're struggling in real life so much. And, of course, we have Seri, the big marquee man, signing from in the summer from Nice. And, yeah, that is how the squad is going to line up. We're in a bit of a 4-2-3-1 formation. Mitrovic up top, the main target man of this team. Seri in the middle, Sessegnon on the left-hand side. And we're looking at some manager objectives that the board want us to achieve. We have to reach the round of 16 of the FA Cup. We have to finish mid-table in the Premier League, which is something Fulham might not even do this season. So we have to do even better than they are doing in real life. We have to do some crucial youth development things that the club want us to do. It's critical priority. So Fulham really do care about their youth in this club. So we're going to continue on in this career mode, try bring some youth players into the team, and yeah, try finish in mid-table Premier League, and we'll see how that goes. But of course, we're going to start up some training, and this is going to be for the Sessegnon brothers, both Ryan Sessegnon and his brother. I actually forgot what his first name is, his brother, but we'll see that coming up very soon. Ryan Sessegnon, of course, we're not going to sell him. He is the wonder kid of this team, and he is, yeah, a god. Steven Sessegnon is his brother's name. So Steven and Ryan both getting their own training preset here. Let me know who to sign in the comments below. I'll be reading all your comments. Let me know what to do. Let me know who to sign in the comments below. Of course, like it works for every career mode on this channel, we have about 60 million to spend on saving Fulham. And yeah, it's going to be huge to see what players we can sign, who we can bring in order to give life to this Fulham team. £60 million isn't that bad. I mean, it's a good amount of money to spend on a few decent players, but this is the transfer shortlist at the moment. We've got a few wonder kids on here, a few marquee signings on here as well. We got like some unknown players like Estaquio who we could sign. We've got more known players like Marcus Rashford, bit of English young talent, Militao, the Brazilian defender, Joseph Martinez, the Venezuelan playing for Atlanta in the US. We've got Upamecano, Hakimi, of course, in there as well. Just a few wonder kid slash semi-decent players that we could bring in to make an impact. Groeneveld, the new Dutch wonder kid as well, is in there too. And we're going to go ahead in the squad hub just to, transfer list a few players I thought, were a bit too old for the squad, a bit of dead wood for the squad. We go in and we transfer listed Reem, the American centre back, as well as Aite, that man, and Odoi, the 69 rated Belgian centre back, Cisse as well. And yeah, we're going to see what offers come in for them. But we've got a few more players on the transfer list. I decided to add Declan Rice in there as well, the man who scored the winner against Arsenal for West Ham in real life. Houssem Ayor, of course, the French wonder kid, an absolute beast of a talent. Federico Valverde as well, the Uruguayan. Cengiz Under, Kieran Tierney, Justin Kluivert, Benjamin Pavard, the Frenchman that has recently signed for Bayern Munich, but in FIFA 19 Karimo still plays for Stuttgart, so we could go ahead and pick him up on a cheeky transfer. But we're going to go into the preseason games. We're up against a bit of German opposition here. We've got Schalke and as well as Wolfsburg in the group stages. And yeah, Schalke, really decent team. Hopefully we can get a bit more transfer budget in order to add to our transfers and transfer budget after winning this preseason tournament. We end up winning 2-0 against Schalke, which is always good to see, but we get offers in for the players we listed on the transfer list. It's Odoi and Aite. Aite, he is offered 1 million. I say 1 million point two. They didn't want to offer his valuation, which was a bit strange, but I just said 1 million and they accepted. Independiente, I'm pretty sure, is an Argentinian team, so Aite is off to Argentina. But Dennis Odoi here, 675k valuation. I decided to sell him for that, and Cardiff's manager accepted that, and he looks like he's off to another Premier League opposition. Marlon Fusi gets a loan deal. I go ahead and accept that because he's probably not going to be in the starting 11. He's going to his native land of the USA to get some more game time there. But an offer comes in for Reem, a centre back that I put on the transfer list. The American is 30 years of age, 73 rated, still worth about 2.5 mil, and decided to sell him on for 3 million. And it looks like the American Reem is off to Turkey. Bashiki, I have no idea how to pronounce their name, but he's off to Turkey. Another offer comes in for Cisse. Just go ahead and accept it, and we'll let the clubs fight over the man from Guinea. But we continue on our second match of preseason. It's against more German opposition in Frankfurt. We pretty much field our best starting 11 at the moment. Tom Carney gets us started off there. The Scotsman gets the goal, and we end up winning 3-2 in a 5-goal thriller, preseason tournament thriller against Frankfurt. We end up getting the W. Mitrovic, Schürrle, and Carney all get on the score sheet. It's another 3 points for us. It looks like we're headed out of the group stage as well. We do a bit more training on the Sessegnon brothers. Stephen goes up to a 59. The other Sessegnon, Ryan Sessegnon, stays at a 75, but it'll be good to see the brother relationship in this team. The Sessegnons both getting on well in the team, and hopefully Steven can make his way into the team. But we have news that we've sold Aite to Independiente. He's off to Argentina, as well as Odoi. He looks like he is on the way to Cardiff. And yeah, that will be it for the selling at the moment. But we get even more transfer offers in. We got loan offers for De La Torre and Brian as well. So a lot of offers coming in for our players, which we're looking to sell some of the deadwood and trying to fund more of these big transfers that we're after. As we continue on, we got Brian and De La Torre both getting offers. I accept the one for De La Torre. Joe Bryan is actually someone I want to keep. I mean, he's English, young, 24 years old, is a good squad player to beef up the squad. So I decided to reject that transfer offer. And we go into the next game, and it's Wolfsburg with a 2-0 win. Mitrovic and Schürrle getting on the score sheets again, and we keep a clean sheet against Wolfsburg. And an offer comes in for Ryan Sessegnon, the golden boy of Fulham, the golden boy of English football at the moment, from Atletico Bilbao. And you know, this was just silly. I literally laughed when I saw this. we end up blocking all transfer offers for Ryan Sessegnon. There's no way we are selling this kid. He is an absolute god. I want to use him on career mode this year as well. Haven't yet used him, and he's got absolutely amazing potential. High 80s for Ryan Sessegnon. So he is going to be the marquee man of the team, the golden boy of the team. We're going to build the team around Ryan Sessegnon as we go into the game against Saint Etienne, I believe, in the preseason tournament. I believe it's the semi-final as well. And yeah, we end up losing 2-0 there, which is quite disappointing, but we end up getting a bit more transfer budget. And as you can see there, the golden boy, the man who we've blocked all transfer offers for, Ryan Sessegnon, goes up to a 76 rated there in training along with his brother. And yeah, we get a 2.6 million transfer budget. I mean, I'd take it. It's better than nothing. But we continue on into our first signing of the episode. Declan Rice, the Irish centre-back, recently got upgraded potential in FIFA 19 career mode as well. He's 74 overall. He's only worth 6 mil, which I was surprised by. West Ham wanted 8 million, but I counted with a 7. They still wanted 8.1 million. So I decided to put in 7.5. They were happy with that. And West Ham accept the 7.5 million for Declan Rice. Got 86 potential, which is great. And he can also play in the centre-back position, CDM position as well. And it's another, you know, decent homegrown signing from the UK. Not really English, he's Irish, but, you know, kind of the UK vibe going on with Declan Rice, the Irishman. He's coming in as an important team player, 5 years, and we end up signing him on a decent contract as well, 13.5k a week. Declan Rice, hopefully bringing us some of that Irish luck and hopefully keeping us afloat in the Premier League this season. Declan Rice, the West Ham signing, 19 years of age still, and has got 86 potential as well, and I'm looking forward to using him as centre back as a replacement for Ream or in the centre mids spots if we need him. But Declan Rice is our first signing of this career mode, and we're going straight into our second one. We're looking at Benjamin Pavard, the World Cup hero for France, scored that absolute banger against Argentina. What a wonderful goal, one of the goals of the World Cup. And he looks like he's on his way to Fulham at the moment, because I was so surprised that no one picked him up in the summer after that brilliant World Cup he had. He remained at Stuttgart this time, but Bayern Munich signed him in real life. They'll get him at the end of the season, I believe. But yeah, in FIFA 19 career mode, he's not yet transferred to Bayern, so I decided to go in for him. Thought he'd be a good fit for the team as well, and we offer up Stefan Johansson, the Norwegian player, and they go ahead and accept 17.5 million plus Johansson. Stuttgart are happy with that deal going through. We end up delegating his contract, there, so we'll find out in the next few days if he decides to accept it. But we go after yet another transfer, our third one in a row. We're on fire at the moment. It's Federico Valverde, the Uruguayan youngster, recently got upgraded potential to 88 in FIFA 19 career mode, so I'm looking to sign him to be a gem in the midfield. He's only worth 8.5 million, which is well in our budget as well. So looking like we should go ahead and sign him. We offer his valuation. Real Madrid wanted 9.3 million plus a 10% sell-on clause, but I lowered it a bit lower to, I think, 9 million. And seeing what Real Madrid wanted for the man, and they go ahead and accept that, which is awesome to see. 9 million for an absolute gem in the midfield, a wonder kid as well. And looks like he had a 19 million release clause as well, so we got him for well under his release clause, and we're gonna go ahead and negotiate his his contract. I keep mixing up those words. But the contract we're gonna go ahead and delegate. So Pavard and Valverde looking like they're on their way to Fulham. We're going to see if they go ahead and accept it. We get a transfer offer for Marcus Bettinelli, the English keeper that got Fulham up to the Premier League, and we go ahead and negotiate that with Hannover 96. So the Germans are after Bettinelli, but yeah, another sale looking like he's going, because Fulham signed a few decent keepers in the transfer window, and I don't feel like we need three. We don't need a third backup keeper, so just decided to see how much we could get for him. 5.5 million was the fee I was offering. Hanover wanted only 5. I go ahead and put 5.2. Hanover were fine with that, and it looks like Bettinelli is out of the club. But we get some good news, as both Benjamin Pavard and Federico Valverde have accepted their contracts, and they are on their way to Fulham, our second and third signing of the career modes. And there you have it, Pavard in the Fulham kit, ready to get started, as well as Valverde. He actually has a face scan as well, and that is the signing. The press conference for Valverde looking really nice with Claudio Ranieri there next to him, holding up the number 8 shirt, as well as Benjamin Pavard, the man, the World Cup winner as well. So looking really, really good there for both our two signings. They're probably going to slot into our starting 11. Benjamin Pavard is definitely, at least Valverde should be in our starting 11, if not on the bench. But I'm thinking to myself, guys, we've made 3 really decent signings. I'm just thinking we need someone that's going to come into this team and, you know, it's going to make a real statement of intent for Fulham. He's going to be the star of this team, the marquee player, the man that everyone looks to for help, the man that is going to switch a game around in the palm of his hand. He's going to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and change the game with a moment of magic. And that man was Josef Martinez, the Venezuelan striker playing for Atlanta at the moment in the US, in the MLS. He's only 25 still and is a decent pickup for Fulham. We end up agreeing a transfer fee of 26 million for the Venezuela, and we go into contract negotiations with the man himself. This man he's got a face scan as well, which is always good to see. He's going to be a crucial player for our team. We're going to sign him up on a 5-year contract, no release clause, and his wage is going to be at least 30k. They wanted 39.5k, which, I mean, he's going to be the main man in the middle, right behind the striker in Mitrovic. And Josef Martinez, the Venezuelan striker, has joined us here at Fulham, the number 15. We're probably going to change it to 17, but he has joined. Our most expensive transfer has been completed. The man, the myth, the legend, Josef Martinez, absolutely killing it in the MLS at the moment. He's 82 rated. He's going to become our highest rated player at the squad, and hopefully save Fulham. And yeah, what a signing, guys. We needed someone. We needed a big player to come into this team and change things around. We're going to change his number to 17 because that is the number he wears in the MLS for Atlanta. So I just decided to change it to number 17. But I was thinking of going with number 10. But Tom Carney, the Scotsman that got Fulham up to the Premier League from the Championship, scored the goal in the playoff final. So I decided not to give him the number 10, more the number 17. And let me know where this guy should play. I was thinking putting him behind the striker at the centre forward position, becoming a second striker, or putting him out on the wing. Let me know in the comments below. But we also changed Declan Rice's number to 15. Sorry, so from 13 to 15 he changes, as well as Josef Martinez. But we get a transfer offer for McDonald, but Bettinelli, the goalkeeper, is sold. And we get yet another transfer offer in for McDonald, but we continue on in simulating training. We create the Sessegnon preset. I've decided to call it the Sessegnon preset. Both brothers will have their own training session, but now that we've signed some new players, I decided to include them in there. So Sessegnons get their own little training preset. I didn't know if you guys knew this or how to do this, but you could save a training preset. So whenever we want to load the Sessegnon brothers trainings, we could just click of a button and they would load up. But I've decided to go in and sacrifice the last 2 training slots of Steven Sessegnon and signed at least Declan Rice, and we put him on adept defending scenarios for the defender / CDM, and we go in and train Valverde. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the Uruguayan, hopefully getting his stats up as well. Adept attacking scenarios for that man. Or one-on-one bucket race. I forgot what I put him on. Race against the clock for Valverde. But now Sessegnon, Rice and Valverde are getting trained. Let me know who I should train in the comments below, where I should play Josef Martinez, as well as we go into our first Premier League game. But Matt O'Reilly gets a loan offer from FC Zurich, which I accept, and the Englishman looks like he's off to Switzerland for some more playing time. We get an offer for Seri, which I just blocked straight away because Fulham recently signed him in the summer transfer window, and he is a huge marquee player for us in the midfield, who's going to dominate the midfield hopefully and get a lot of assists this year. But we get an offer for Kevin McDonald, the centre defensive mid, who's 29. I feel like is a bit of dead wood. He's 75 rated, which is decent, but I feel like I should sell him before he turns 30 and before his stats decrease heavily. And we get a transfer offer for Carney. It looks like Lazio are after him. The Serie A giants are after Tom Cairney, the Scotsman, which I just rejected straight away, because Tom Cairney, he's a fan favourite that people love at Fulham, a Scotsman as well, and it's a bit unrealistic for UK players to go out and play in Italy. I know it's happened before, but I don't know, I just rejected it because Carney's such a key player to this team, and it looks like the -1 overall glitch has affected us in this career mode. But don't worry guys, it should, in the next few months, should balance itself out, and you know, the players overall should be back up. But the -1 overall glitch has affected us, so if you see any players ratings decrease that you thought were a certain overall, it's probably because of the -1 overall glitch. As we go into our first Premier League game, Josef Martinez is going to start as centre attacker mid. Pavard is going to make his debut as well. Otherwise, Valverde and Declan Rice are on the bench. No, Declan Rice is in the starting 11, sorry. Declan Rice, Pavard and Josef Martinez are making their Premier League debut for Fulham at Craven Cottage against Crystal Palace. Our debut Premier League game, it's always good to get off to a win in these games, and it's a big London derby as well. Crystal Palace taking on Fulham, a big game in order to get our Premier League season underway. But still, guys, let me know whether I should finalize the signings next episode and simulate to January to match it up with real life and see how our signings have affected the career mode, or just play it normally and, you know, go through it normally and don't simulate to January. Let me know by voting in the poll up top. But this is our Crystal Palace lineup. Wan-Bissaka, the wonder kid, starting at right back. Ayew and Zaha up top, Maya Mihailovic in the middle of the park. As we continue on in this game, Crystal Palace starting off on the front foot here, attacking us. Ayew gives the ball off to Townsend. He finds Mihailovic, a little 1-2 with Townsend. He has a shot at Rico, but he has a nice save there. As we continue on, they have another shot. They found their way back into the box, and within the opening 10 minutes, Andre Ayew gets Crystal Palace off to a dream start here in a London derby and puts us 1-0 down already at home. Rico with a great save there, and unfortunately they found their way back in the middle. Ayew found the shot in between the legs of the defender, and our goalkeeper Rico couldn't do much about that one. Low and hard from Ayew, took a deflection as well, and it just caught our goalkeeper off guard. As Crystal Palace aren't settling for one, they want two. Wilfried Zaha in the middle. He's got to cut inside, and Benjamin Pavard fouls him, and it's a Premier League debut nightmare for the Frenchman as we concede a penalty literally 6 minutes later. This is the nightmare start for us and Benjamin Pavard here at the moment at Craven Cottage. Takes down Wilfried Zaha fair and square there. Didn't end up getting a yellow though, so oh my god, within the first 15 minutes we could be down 2-0 here. It's Townsend against Rico. Rico makes the save and keeps us alive in this game in the opening 16 minutes, and it's still 1-0 as we go ahead and make our first few attacks. Tom Cairney gives the ball off to Seri, and it was inches away from the post, just wide of the post. Seri couldn't get his first Premier League goal on his Fulham debut, but Crystal Palace are still in on the attack here. They believe they can get a second as they have a strike, but Rico is equal to it in the 35th minute. What a save from the man, but Crystal Palace still on the attack here, but Declan Rice cuts out the attack. We go ahead as Josef Martinez finds Schürrle. Schürrle tries to find the space for Josef Martinez. He has too much pace for the Crystal Palace defense. He slots it in to Alexander Mitrovic, the Serbian. Gets us the equaliser here at Craven Cottage, and we found it against Crystal Palace right into stoppage time of the first half. Right before half time, we get the goal to equalise things here in front of the home fans. Josef Martinez showing his impact already, beating the Crystal Palace defense for pace and finding the perfect ball into target man Mitrovic. What a goal, what a start in this Fulham career mode, and Mitrovic is off to a flying start, as well as Josef Martinez, the man who made that goal happen. But Wilfried Zaha here, he's on the attack for Crystal Palace. 50 minutes in, Rico makes another save there, keeping us in the game. He has been absolutely outstanding for us so far, but it's Tom Cairney on the end of this one, giving it off to Seri. He cuts inside, getting the chance, but his finesse shot just goes over the crossbar. Very unlucky for the Ivorian. He found the space really well. unfortunately leaned back on that shot and he fired that one over the crossbar. But it's 65 minutes in here. Crystal Palace, it's end-to-end stuff here from both London clubs. Crosses it in for the Crystal Palace player, and Rico makes another lovely save to keep us in the game, to keep us level at the moment. But it's Mihailovic getting a crossing. We clear it successfully, but it ends up to Maya. Mihailovic gets on the end of it, and Rico couldn't save that one. The powerful shot from Mihailovic gets that one into the back of the net for Crystal Palace, and they get the lead here in the 70th minute, making it 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Mihailovic with an absolute screamer to get Crystal Palace the lead, and we headed it out successfully, but Maya gave the perfect ball and Mihailovic struck it with absolute venom, and Crystal Palace go 2-1 up here as Connor Wickham tries to find Andros Townsend here on the edge of the area. He crosses it in successfully. Rico makes a save. Mihailovic on it again, and Rico has made about his 7th save of the game. As Josef Martinez, we're trying to find the equalizer here. Ryan Sessegnon, can he find a player? He finds Mitrovic, and he puts that one off target, unfortunately, but we make a few subs. Valverde is going to come on as well as Vieto, the Argentinian striker, but Valverde is going to make his debut, as well as Anguissa, the man trying to make things happen here, as Anguissa finds Carney. Carney can see Valverde. He sees Anguissa making a run. Vieto is free in the middle. He has a shot, hits the post, hits the other post. And we were literally inches away from finding the 2-2 equalizer. Vieto could have made his dream impact off the bench. The super sub. Literally, the ball rolled across the line of the goal, hitting both posts. And we got so unlucky in that one right at the end. But Crystal Palace did end up dominating us in that game. But we were so close to finding the equalizer there. We do a bit more training. Rice gets his stats upgraded heaps in that training session. We end up losing 2-1 to Crystal Palace on Premier League debut. Fulham did lose that game in real life as well. So I guess we're following in the footsteps of Fulham in real life, but hopefully we can do some massive improvements in episode number 2 after you guys make your comments, after you guys vote in the poll to see if we simulate a January after we make all our signings, or should we just play the career mode out normally. You guys decide. You guys comment down below what I should do. You guys let me know what I should do. Vote in the poll, all that good stuff. Subscribe for some more Fulham career mode series. Like the video if you did go on to enjoy. Follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the very next video.